Welcome back to another episode of An Entrepreneur's Journey. Today, I'm going to talk about all the ways you can make money from raw land. So, my last video, I told you guys why I invested in land, basically because I didn't have enough money to invest in houses and homes. I didn't have the criteria, the time. I was tired of waiting, and it was a great time. So, I don't always think land investing is a great idea, just like any investments. No blanket statements over here. So, but if you can get it at the right price, remember, guys, you win or lose when you buy. So if you do your comparables and you understand the market and you understand you're getting it cheaper than anyone else can get it, and you understand that you can sell it for more, then it's probably a good idea. But the purpose of this video is to tell you guys all the ways you can make money using land. I have well over 12 ways that I've written down in a little list here that I'm going to share with you guys. So let's get started. The first way is the flip method, right? Everybody knows this. Buy cheap, sell expensive, right? Buy low, sell high. So if you do an analysis of the comparables in the area and you see that they're actually selling, right? It doesn't matter that you can get it cheaper if they're not actually selling anywhere, right? So you got to be able to make sure that you can sell it. That's the flip method. There's two ways to do the flip method. There's wholesale and retail. So you can go to auctions or you can go online, negotiate with the seller, get it cheaper, and then sell it to someone who's already in the business of selling land. That's a wholesale method. Or you can go straight to the consumer and put up ads on eBay or homes.com or commercial LoopNet, LandWatch, all these sites where you can sell land. So that's a retail method. They also have, that's just a straight flip, right? So you buy it for $500, you sell it for $1,000. You can get land as cheap as $100, $150, right? So that was my biggest concern when I was starting. I didn't have enough money. But I had $100 and I can come up with $150. So that's how I started acquiring land. And usually the profits are between 400, 500, 1,000%, depending on what you get it at. So that's the flip method. The other flip method is a land contract where you can sell it to someone for $99 down, $99 a month, right? For 10 months. So this is for someone who doesn't, maybe you're trying to sell it for $1,000. Someone doesn't have the whole $1,000, but is willing to give it to you on land payments. Great way to create a stream of income. So that's the land contract. So we got flipping, we got the land contract. I have the option contract here. This is a underutilized tool. This basically gives somebody the option to hold the property. But what's pretty cool about this is if you have people that are on the fence and you're waiting for income, no one's coming around to buy your land, but someone says, would you hold it for me? I say, yeah, sure. Give me $50. Give me $100. Give me $1,000, depending on the parcel and the asking price, right? And I'll hold it for a month, 2 months, 3 months. If they don't buy it, if they don't come back and buy it for the predetermined price, so an option contract works like this. I have a piece of land for sale for $1,000. And I say, I'll hold it to you for $50 for the next 30 days. If they don't come, the $50 is yours. If they come and buy it, they still have to pay you the $1,000. So it's a win-win situation. So the option, I'm going through these fast. I want to keep these videos short to give you guys good quality and good ideas in a short amount of time. Farming lease. So if you guys, I don't care if you're in the middle of the desert or you're in the hills or in the mountains, there's farmers out there. And they will lease your land to grow crops, to house their animals, whatever that may be. That's a great way to keep the asset, pay down the taxes, and have income coming in. So that's a farming lease. Minerals. There's a lot of minerals on land, right? So I own land in upstate New York. They have timber in the form of trees, right? Loggers actually paid me to come and take down some of the trees in exchange for some money and some lumber. I actually bartered a deal there. But there's value in the trees is my point. You can sell the trees as timber. Dirt. If there's dirt on the ground, if you're in the middle of the desert, this is different. You can sell the sand, but same thing, dirt, sand, right? These are all things, resources that you're going to buy at Home Depot or Lowe's. So you can be the actual supplier there. Stone, right? That's another one. So in the minerals, right? Timber, stone, dirt. So there's 7 here so far that we talked about, or 6 that we talked about. Development deals. That's another one. So I'm not going to even number these. I'm just going to go through them. Development deals. So that's with partners, right? So if you know a construction company, a home builder, a carpenter, a handyman even. These are people that you can do development deals. You can, have a house built on the property and sell it for more. You can have a hotel built on the property and sell it for more. It depends on who you partner with, where the land is, how much it's worth, and what resources the other partner brings to the table. But development deals are great. They also call these joint venture deals. It's basically just a deal, right? A partnership with someone who has probably the building capabilities to develop the property. It could be anything, right? It could be maybe there's a guy that you found that puts down asphalt, which he could build a go track for you, right? A go-kart track for you, or a parking lot, which is actually one of my other ones that we can get to. So development deals, both commercial and home building. Campgrounds, I think this is great for a lot of people that have land in the woods or in the desert. There's a lot of, I don't want to call them hippies, but people that love the outdoors, campers, right? Like me, I love camping. It's part of the reason why I loved my land investments. I go up to upstate New York all the time and camp, but you can actually rent it out for camping. Something interesting I've seen is people renting it out for camping on Airbnb. So going to Airbnb and time sharing it out, right? Saying the month of July, you guys get to camp there. The month of August, you guys get to camp there, and it's $100 per month, right? So you can break that down. And then I'm going to run through this other list, which is just really quick, just other ideas. Cemeteries, right? And I'm gonna give you guys a tip on how to actually get these things approved at the end of this list. So cemeteries, flea markets, another thing you can do on raw land, parking lots, depending on where the land is, RV storage, depending on where the land is, or just any kind of storage. Sometimes big boat storage, right? They don't have anywhere to put it. Farmers markets, if you're in the middle of in the woods. Billboard rentals, if you're along any kind of road, really. And some of those rentals, some of those billboards you can put up for your own businesses, which is interesting. So it may not be that you can generate income for somebody else renting a billboard, but it may be that you're putting up a billboard on the land and you're driving traffic to your own business. Cell phone tower leasing, so big major cell phone towers, cellular providers, Sprint, Verizon, T-Mobile, they lease towers, right? They lease the space from these towers. The more in the middle of nowhere you are, and if you don't have service somewhere and you go out to your land and you don't have cell phone service, that may be a really good idea, right? Because they're always trying to get to where there is no service. They're always trying to have nationwide coverage. Actual farming, so you can actually make money from growing vegetables there, or plants. I like perennials. I like flowers just because I don't have to take care of them. So I do that on one of my New York properties. It's a long-term investment, right? If in 10 years I have a couple thousand flowers and I can get a $10,000 check for it, it'd be great. Small stock, so a lot of people raise animals on their land, right? You can actually raise chickens or smaller stock, something that you can take care of. That would go again with the joint venture idea, right? So finding someone to actually work it for you, so it's a little bit more passive. But those are all ways to make money with raw land. And the great thing is there's no tenants. It's really alternative. There's not a lot of people looking at it currently. There's more today than yesterday, as everything. But here's a quick tip. I wanted to give you guys a quick tip on how to get any of those things done. So you talk about building a campground or a joint venture. Am I zoned for that? Am I licensed for that? How do I bring electricity? You're going to have all these questions. Or where do I find the properties? And I have a basic rule for you guys. Always go back to the county or the city or the township and go to town hall. That's the man, right? So you don't need to listen to any more tapes. Pick up the phone, call it's either the treasurer in that county or the planning and zoning department. But generally, if you call town hall and you ask them what you're looking for, like, hey, I want to know, what it would take for me to put a campground here, or hey, I want to know what it would take for me to put electricity here, or for me to subdivide. That's another one I don't know if I hit, which was subdividing. So if you subdivide property, if you have a 10-acre parcel and you subdivide it into quarter parcels, they'll make you a lot more money by subdividing. But any of those questions usually can be answered with the county or the town that they're in. So if you call their city hall, they're going to have all that stuff on record. It's also a great place to buy land. Sometimes they have overstock there that the taxes are back due. They can also tell you when the auctions are in that category, in that area. But that's really all the ways that I know how to make land. I'm sure there's more. If you have some or if you've done some, put them in the comment section below. I want to use the forum on YouTube to help other entrepreneurs succeed. Those are all the ways to invest in raw land that I've seen, that I've thought of, and some of them that I've monetized, some of them that I'm still playing with. Follow me on Twitter at Nicholas Coriano, NicholasCoriano. See all my land for sale at Homescape, HOMSKAPE.net. See me blogging about building a tiny home on homescape.com. And we'll tune in next time for an entrepreneur's journey. I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about next time, but we are going to make some more videos about land investing. So I hope this was helpful. Share it with your friends if you guys think it's helpful. If you have any other questions, put it in the comment section below or hit me up on Twitter. And thanks again, guys, for joining another episode of An Entrepreneur's Journey, where I document and journal all the things that I've been doing in the business world.